all branches of the United States military, meaning each day our employees are doing their part to support the men and women protecting our country. With multiple positions currently available and several career paths to choose from, Elwood National Forge offers on site and on the job training, competitive pay and benefits, including 401k and insurance that start the date of hire, paid time off, and long term job security. We'd love to support you in building a career. To learn more about becoming part of the Elwood National Forge family, visit enfjobs.com.
Icy Ink Screen Printing and Embroidery offers screen printing and embroidery on apparel as well as on cool gear like backpacks, window decals, and engraved tumblers. We also specialize in team, business, and organization fundraisers. Check out our Icebox stores online at icyync.com or give us a call at 814-688-0034. Let's meet, drink coffee, and design some cool shirts. Be cool, wear Icy.
With convenient locations in DuBois, Ridgeway, St. Mary's, and Warren, you don't have to travel far to get your game-winning smile with Cole Orthodontic Associates. The orthodontists of Cole Orthodontic Associates have been crafting beautiful, healthy smiles in north central Pennsylvania since 1960. Born and raised in the area, the doctors and staff at Cole Orthodontic Associates are committed to the people of this region. Visit colesmiles.net to schedule an appointment or consultation at the location nearest you today. Dreyer Physical Therapy is now accepting new patients. Clinic Director Tessa Sager can help get you back in the game or on the job with flexible scheduling between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. Monday through Friday. Dreyer Physical Therapy offers in-clinic and telehealth services, including manual therapy, injury prevention, return to performance, total joint replacement, concussion management, and vestibular rehabilitation. Call 814-273-2175 to schedule your appointment today so you can get back in the game.
When it's your special day, we know.
Welcome into high school soccer on the YDO Sports Network. Tonight we have the Warren Dragons and the Franklin Knights. High school soccer on the YDO Sports Network is brought to you by the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, where you come for the food and stay for the view. Just about set to go here. Apologize, a little late getting going here. The Warren Dragons and the Franklin Knights here from War Memorial Field. These two teams met once during the season, a 4-1 win for Franklin back in late August. And we are underway here from War Memorial Field, Franklin and Warren. Going to have a throw in here for the Knights. Number 11, Connor Ritchie there for Franklin. Again, these two teams met once during the season, a 4-1 win for Franklin back on August the 30th. Knights with it in the midfield. And there's a ball played up the right side. Early cross. And that's Nate Fenningworth with it for the Knights. There's a shot, and there's a goal for Nate Fenningworth. Less than a minute into the game, Fenningworth gets Franklin on the board. It's 1-0. So Fenningworth, that's the second time in a week he scored a goal within the first minute of the game. Also did so against Titusville last week. Dragons with it. They trail early 1-0. Dakota Slider with it. Playing that up. Quinn Norris for the Dragons. Dakota Slider with it for Warren. We're going to have a throw-in here for Franklin. That's Nate Fenningworth. And Fenningworth opened the scoring for Franklin. Not even a minute into the game, Chase Sittler gives chase there for the Dragons. As it's going to stay inbounds. Dragons played up, but right back into the zone goes Franklin. And Knights with that Caleb Griffin for Franklin. And that ball's going to roll out of bounds for a goal kick. So goal kick coming. Aiden Meyer. That ball played right back into the zone. Knights giving chase, and Meyer scoops it up. Giving chase there for Franklin was Chippy Whitling. Franklin leads here 1-0 early. Dragons push it up. Battle for control now in the midfield. Trey Carrington, talented freshman, giving chase there for the Dragons. That's going to go out of bounds. And it's going to be thrown for Warren. That'll be Carrington. Dragons with it now, and that ball went out of bounds for a goal kick. Knights with it now. That ball's taken away by the Dragons' Gavin Rex. Rex giving chase, and he'll have a throw in here for Warren. Again, looking for Brody Alexander, also Finn Ordaway there, number 10 for the Dragons. That goes out. It's going to be a Franklin throw. And the Knights play that up. Fenningworth with it, and that stays inbounds now to Connor Ritchie. Battle for possession there along the sideline. Here's a throw in from Fenningworth. And playing it back there into the midfield. Now battle for possession. And Whitling giving chase for the Knights, but beating him to it momentarily was Carrington. Now Dragons with it. And that ball's deflected out of bounds. We're going to have a throw in for the Knights. Now there, Fenningworth gets it out of there. A little friendly fire. Dragons come up with it. And playing it in there for the Dragons is number 19, Alex Eaton. 1-0 Franklin on the Fenningworth goal. And playing it back up there for the Dragons was Chase Sittler, junior defender. Chippy Whitling with it now for Franklin. Plays it over to Selden Bean. And taken away by the Dragons, that's Gavin Rex. Rex with it, and now taken away by Fenningworth. Dragons get it back. That's Rex. Rex plays across. Quinn Norris over there as well, but the Knights get it out. And that ball is intercepted by Fenningworth. Fenningworth will play it way up. Got a man up there. That's Spencer Riley. And that stays inbounds, controlled by the Dragons. And now it goes out for a Franklin throw-in. It's a throw, controlled by the Knights. Dragons try and get it out there. It's going to come all the way over to the Knights' Connor Ritchie. Ritchie plays a ball in, and that's corralled. Fire will boot it out of there. Here's Gavin Rex for the Dragons, taken away by Richie and played all the way back to goal once again. And that's booted out of there. And stays inbounds battle. That's Chippy Whitling over there for Franklin. That's going to be a Warren throw-in along the far side. Played over to Quinn Norris. Norris almost has it taken away by Whitling, stays with it. Where's the ball for the Dragons? That's deflected over to Fenningworth. Fenningworth with some room to operate now. Plays the ball up, and that's going to go out of bounds. And to have a goal kick for the Dragons. 1-0 Franklin here early on, the strength of the Nate Fenningworth goal in just 54 seconds into the game. Fire gets set to boot it away for the Dragons. And he sends it short for Chase Sittler. And played right back in and scooped up once again. We're going to have another goal kick. Kick is away. Controlled by Ordway briefly. And now battle for possession along the near side here. It's going to go out of bounds for a Warren throw-in. Up to Gavin Rex. It goes out of bounds again. We're going to have a Franklin throw-in this time. And taken away is Finn Ordway. Ordway, some room to run, and that pass is going to be taken away. That was Caleb Griffin for Franklin. Warren gets it back now in the midfield. Brody Alexander plays it up for Warren along the far side. Dakota Slider with it. And that's going to be taken away nicely by Cooper Doty of the Knights. Now Fenningworth with some room to operate. He's making a run down the left side. Fenningworth shot, and it goes wide. But that was a great run by the Franklin senior. Here comes the goal kick. And it's Brody Alexander over there for Warren. Now it's Ordway. Played up, taken away. That's Griffin for the Knights. Tries to take it away. And that ball played up by Selden Bean of the Knights. Now back towards the near side. And that's Connor Ritchie with it for Franklin in the midfield. Gets it over to Griffin. That's taken away, but it's going to be a foul on the Dragons. Get that 1st and 10 out of there on the scoreboard. It's there's a play over to Fenningworth on the far side. And yeah, this is going to go the other way. Then most of the chances early here coming the way of Franklin. Reston Weissman is the keeper for Franklin. And we're going to have another foul on the Dragons. It's on Alex Eaton. And this is going to be Fenningworth for Franklin. Again, just over 11 minutes in here. 1-0 Franklin, the Fenningworth goal. He's going to take the direct here. And that gets all the way through. Myers scoops it up. That's going to be booted on out of there. Back to the midfield. Out of fourth there. Finn Ordaway with it for the Dragons. Ordaway tried to play it over to Norris, taken away by Fenningworth. Fenningworth gets it over to Selden Bean. Bean on the left side. Bean still with it, looking, and defended well by Dakota Slider, but it's going to go out of bounds for a throw-in for Franklin. Here comes the throw-in from Connor Ritchie. Ritchie gets it in Fenningworth. Now back to Ritchie. Cross. Headed. And that hits the crossbar. And is it in? No. No, it is. It is in. And that was Spencer Riley there for the Knights. So, bouncing ball. And Riley finds the back of the net. And it's 2-0 Franklin at the 27:05 mark of the first half. Dragons within the back line now facing a 2-goal deficit. Warren 6-0-1 its last 7 games. Of course, between these Franklin Knights, Warren, Seneca, Oil City, kind of all towards the top there, the region standings. And that ball's taken away by Fenningworth. He's got some room to operate, and Whitling giving chase, and Mayer makes the sliding stop for the Dragons. And he'll boot it out of there. Ordaway plays a through ball, and that's defended nicely by Franklin, and that's going to go out of bounds for a throw and Warren. Trey Carrington over on the far side there for the Dragons. And that's sent the other way. Giving chase for Warren over there. As now it's taken away by Selden Bean for Franklin. Bean plays the ball up and sent back out by the Dragons. Now back out to Connor Ritchie. Giving chase for the Dragons over there is Carrington. Defended by Ben Yard. And now the Knights counter. Chippy Whitling over there was looking for Fenningworth. Finds Selden Bean. And Bean's going to make a run now. And that ball is booted out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Franklin. Taking it will be Connor Ritchie. Ritchie throws it in for the Knights. And the Dragons counter now. That's Jack Chapman over to Carrington, giving chase on the far side. Going to go out of bounds for a Franklin throw-in. Long throw, and it's sent right back to where it came. Knights control in the midfield. Selden Bean with it. Oh, a nice ball to Fenningworth, and it's going to be scooped up by Mayer. Knights. Connor Ritchie. Plays it over to Ethan Umbenauer. Over to Brady Umbenauer. And that ball's going to be knocked away as giving chase for Franklin was Riley. Dragons counter. And we're going to get a foul there on the Knights. As making a run there for Warren was Carrington, or excuse me, Ordaway. Foul on Franklin. And this is going to be Casey Rich for Warren. Casey Rich, as everyone gets set up here. 2-0 Franklin as we approach the midway point of the first half. Rich plays it over on the far side. That's going to roll out of bounds for a goal kick for Franklin. 2-0 Knights as booting it out there is Reston Weissman for Franklin. Ethan Umbenauer with it now for the Knights. Chippy Whitling plays it in the middle to Selvin Bean. Bean plays it up, and it's going to be offside on Franklin. It'll be Warren ball. 2-0 Knights lead. Goals by Fenningworth and Riley. The Dragons send it away. And battle for possession there, and still battling. The Knights get it out of there for the moment. And now it's played back to Warren's Quinn Norris. Norris sends it back in. There's Ordaway giving chase over there. It's going to be another Warren throw-in along the far side. And that goes out of bounds. Now we'll have a Franklin throw-in. Dragons possess in the midfield. Gavin Rex with it for Warren. And giving chase over there for the Dragons was Jack Chapman. Going to be a corner kick for the Dragons. Or no, I'm sorry. It's not a corner kick. It's a throw-in. Dragons with it. Quinn Norris doesn't get through. Now battle for Brody Alexander giving chase over there for Warren. Knights get it out of there temporarily, and Whitling will clear it out. One nothing or 2-0 Franklin, excuse me. A little equipment adjustment here. All right. We have just passed the midway point of the first half. 2-0 Franklin, Fenningworth, and Riley, the goals for the Knights. Battle for possession along the far side. And that's Riley with it now for Franklin. Plays it up. And Chippy Whitling giving chase. And Meyer comes and scoops it up for the Dragons. Ball headed in the midfield by the Knights, now controlled by Riley. Riley with pressure from Warren's Brody Alexander. He plays it back. And that ball's going to go all the way through. Dragons play it back up now. Ordaway gets it over Chapman, and that's cleared out by the Knights. Franklin's defense has been solid here. That's played into Quinn Norris. Well, in the middle now, Riley going to make a run at it here for the Knights, and that goes all the way to the keeper, and he'll boot it out of there. Again, 2-0 in favor of Franklin. We're coming up at the half. We'll have our Tap and Play Plus halftime show, first half stats. It was Cooper Doty with it for Franklin. Now Ben Yard sends it away, and into the stands it goes. And we're going to have a substitution coming on for Franklin. Alex Umbenauer, freshman. And Chippy Whitling will get a break. The very senior-laden Franklin Knights team. This is Ritchie with the throw-in. Knights play it up. Dragons get it back. And it's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in. For the Knights, and taking this will be Connor Ritchie. He'll play it back to Doty. Battle for position here is Alex Umbenauer, but cleared out by Chase Sittler of the Dragons. And the Knights send it back in. And Meyer will boot this one away. 17 minutes to go here in the first half. 2-0 Franklin. Selvin Bean with it now in the middle for the Knights. And that's taken away momentarily by the Dragons. Now battle for it in the midfield. And we're going to have a foul. It's going to go against the Knights. Dragons send it in. Fenningworth tried to get it to Selvin Bean. Now plays it on the far side. And that's taken away momentarily by the Dragons as Norris with it now for Warren. And that's sent out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in along the far side for Warren. Brody Alexander. Alexander plays the through ball looking for Chapman. And that ball's chipped back in by, looked like Ordaway, and that is going to go out for a goal kick. But not a lot of chances here for the Dragons to this juncture. Weissman sends it out. Dragons get it back in. Now Doty sends it back the other way. Over on the near side to Fenningworth. Riley, and I think the Knights are going to be offsides there. That is the call. But 2-0 Franklin here from War Memorial Field. Just under 15 minutes to go here in the first half. Dakota Slider for the Dragons. Head to Alexander, who's looking for Gavin Rex. And Finn Ordaway, but for Warren, but taken away by Franklin. There's Ritchie. Ritchie, it's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for Franklin. Ritchie will take it. And it's Gavin Rex, and a little rough and tumble there. Rex still has it. Chased by Ritchie, and that ball goes in harmlessly, rolling towards Weissman. And giving chase over there was Carrington, but Weissman scoops it up and gets it out. And this is taken away was momentarily by Riley. And now the Knights get it back as Selden Bean. Oh, Selden Bean with a nice play, and he's got some room to operate. Selden Bean. 3-0 Franklin. So the Knights strike again. And it is 3-0, the 13:40 mark of the first half. So again, this was a 4-1 Franklin victory the first time these two teams met. The Knights with 3 first-half goals here. They lead 3-0 here over Warren. Again, Warren coming in red hot. Of course, Franklin's playing great as well. Far along the near side. Now crossing pass. Brody Alexander with it for Warren. Looking ahead to Finn Ordway. Ordway plays it back to Carrington. Excuse me, that was Alexander. That's taken away momentarily. Dragons get it back. Norris in the midfield. Plays along the far side. That stays inbounds. That's Casey Rich over on the far side for Warren. And he gets it back. Again, not much doing against this Franklin defense. There's Fenningworth. A nifty move to keep that alive. And battle for it here along the near side is going to go out of bounds. It's going to be Franklin throwing, and Connor Ritchie will take it. Doty keeps that inbounds to Ritchie. And there's a man on, and almost a really nice play by Finn Ordway. Knights get it back. That's Griffin there along the far side. Fenningworth. Now over to Alexander, played by Ritchie back toward the middle. Headed out of there by the Dragons. Sylvan Bean giving chase there. The through ball for the Dragons. Chapman over there. Jack Chapman. That's going to go out of bounds for a Warren throw-in. Under 12 minutes to play here in the first half. We're going to have a substitution for Warren as Carrington will check back in. He'll replace, it looks like, Ordway. Nothing Franklin. Ball played back to Casey Rich and taken away by the Knights. Dakota Slider over there for Warren Fenningworth. And that's played up by Doty. You see that was Ritchie, not Doty. For Franklin. Back in the middle. Ben Yard there for Franklin. And here's a through ball for Riley. And going to have a foul on the Knights. That one's going to come back the other way. As Riley was making a run. And Casey Rich will boot it out of there for the Dragons. That ball rolls out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Warren. Checking back in for Franklin will be Chippy Whitling. He will replace Alex Ummenauer. Franklin leading 3-0 here. Under 10 minutes to play in the first half. Dragons with it, now played back to Chase Sittler. Sittler boots it up. Fenningworth, now it's played back to Doty for Franklin. And here's a chance for Dragons Gavin Rex, and that goes wide. Gavin Rex with an opportunity there, but unable to get it on net. Nothing Franklin. That's Norris for the Dragons. Have it along the far side and taken away by the Knights. Ben Yard will play it up towards the midfield, taken away as Chase Sittler stepping up there for the Dragons. And that ball is sent all the way in. And there's a shot on goal, save. A nice save by Meyer. On the shot attempt from Riley, who already has a goal in this game. Ordaway, quick break. He'll check back in for Warren. Fenningworth comes to the sideline for Franklin. Quick water break. 8 minutes to go here in the first half. 3-0 Knights. Battle for possession there along the far side. It's going to go out of bounds. Will be a throw-in for Franklin. That's Caleb Griffin there along the far side. As checking in for the Knights is Hayden Burnett, number 16, who replaced Fenningworth. Gavin Rex there for the Dragons, as going down there for Franklin was Seldon Bean. Dragons with it in the midfield as Dakota Slider. Now over on the far side. Dragons with it and sent away. Nicely by the Franklin defense. Slider. Headed by Rex. Ordaway. And sent out by Umbenauer. Dragons get it back, and that's sent in, and Weissman will scoop that up and boot it away. Not boot it away, he'll throw it. Battle for possession there along the far side, controlled. Oh, now Rex has some room for the Dragons in the middle. And that pass didn't connect for the Dragons as he was looking. Slider now sent back. Ooh, big shot there. Rex with it for the Dragons. Centering ball, sent away. He was looking for Jack Chapman, but the Knights send it away. Chippy Whitling with it there along the far side from Franklin. Now plays it to Seldon Bean. Dragons get it back. Brody Alexander up the far side there for the Dragons. Quick throw into Chapman. And the Knights come the other way. Whitling over to Ben Yard, and it'll be scooped up. Approaching 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Franklin 3, Warren nothing here from War Memorial Field. That's sent out. And out of bounds. As getting a break here for Franklin is Ethan Umbenauer. Played over to Seldon Bean. Mark Lewis there over there on the far side for Warren as well. We're going to have a throw in for the Dragons. As getting a break here will be Lewis. Casey Rich for the Dragons. Plenty of time to operate. Gets over the slider. And Fenningworth battling him for possession there along the near side. It's going to be a Franklin throw-in. Fenningworth will take it. As he looks into the middle. And it's going to be taken away by the Dragons, Brody Alexander. Over on the far side, giving chase there is Quinn Norris. He keeps it in. Dragons looking for a chance here. And defender there on the far side was shielded nicely by the Knights. It'll be a goal kick. Weissman gets set to boot it away for Franklin. And sends it short over to Hayden Burnett. And taken away by the Dragons. That's Ordaway. A nice defensive play there by Doty. And just getting out of there was Caleb Griffin. It'll be a throw-in for Warren along the far side. Raindrops falling here from War Memorial Field. Franklin leads 3-0. Rex with it for Warren. Over to Alexander, now Norris. Centering ball deflected. And Norris with a nice play to maintain possession along the far side there for the Dragons. Now a centering ball, and that's going to be cleared out. Rich comes back up to play it for the Dragons. Chapman. And Franklin gets possession. That's Fenningworth. And Whitling looking to make a run. And going down on the play was Rich. He sends it out of bounds. It'll be a Franklin throw-in. Or Warren throw-in, excuse me. Dragons making a run here up the far side, and it can go out of bounds for Franklin throw-in. In under 2 minutes to play here now in the first half. Coming up, we'll have a Tap and Play Plus halftime report. Rex, and we're going to get a foul there, and that's going to go against the Dragons, or against the Knights, excuse me, Seldon Bean. And Casey Rich will take this for the Dragons. Rich sends it in. Rex settles it down, but the Knights possess. And now Fenningworth comes the other way, gets it out to Riley. Riley looking for Whitling. Slider now with it for Warren. There's a through ball, and Ordaway giving chase. Finn Ordaway, that ball is loose. And, off the post. And out. By far the best chance for the Dragons here in the first half. And it's going to be a throw-in, and Slider will take it. He plays it short. Slider gets it back. Brody Alexander. And the Knights are just going to clear that out. Chippy Whitling over there along the far side. Plays it to Riley. Final moments here of the first half. And that, in fact, will do it for the first half of play as Rich throws it in. One half in the books. Your score, Franklin 3, Warren nothing. We'll be back with the Tap and Play Plus halftime show here on the YDL Sports Network, D910sports.com.
Ready to break into a rewarding career? Elwood National Forge can help. Elwood National Forge produces critical defense-rated parts to all branches of the United States military, meaning each day our employees are doing their part to support the men and women protecting our country. With multiple positions currently available and several career paths to choose from, Elwood National Forge offers on-site and on-the-job training, competitive pay and benefits, including 401k and insurance that start the date of hire, paid time off, and long-term job security. We'd love to support you in building a career. To learn more about becoming part of the Elwood National Forge family, visit enfjobs.com.
Icy Ink Screen Printing and Embroidery offers screen printing and embroidery on apparel as well as on cool gear like backpacks, window decals, and engraved tumblers. We also specialize in team, business, and organization fundraisers. Check out our Icebox stores online at icyyyink.com or give us a call at 814-688-0034. Let's meet, drink coffee, and design some cool shirts. Be cool, wear Icy.
With convenient locations in DuBois, Ridgeway, St. Mary's, and Warren, you don't have to travel far to get your game-winning smile with Cole Orthodontic Associates. The orthodontists of Cole Orthodontic Associates have been crafting beautiful, healthy smiles in north central Pennsylvania since 1960. Born and raised in the area, the doctors and staff at Cole Orthodontic Associates are committed to the people of this region. Visit colesmiles.net to schedule an appointment or consultation at the location nearest you today. Dreyer Physical Therapy is now accepting new patients. Clinic Director Tessa Sager can help get you back in the game or on the job with flexible scheduling between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. Monday through Friday. Dreyer Physical Therapy offers in-clinic and telehealth services, including manual therapy, injury prevention, return to performance, total joint replacement, concussion management, and vestibular rehabilitation. Call 814-273-2175 to schedule your appointment today so you can get back in the game.
When it's your special day, we know you want everything to be just perfect. That's why at the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, we spared no expense in creating our new indoor-outdoor wood-framed event center with waterfalls, gorgeous views of the Allegheny River, a fire pit, and plenty of parking. The Allegheny Grill in Foxburg will take care of everything from catering to bartending, so all you have to do is bring the fun. We do it all for your wedding, anniversary party, corporate event, and so much more. One look at our new facility and we know you'll fall in love. And remember, the view is always free at the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, PA.
Icy Ink Screen Printing and Embroidery offers screen printing and embroidery on apparel as well as on cool gear like backpacks, window decals, and engraved tumblers. We also specialize in team, business, and organization fundraisers. Check out our Icebox stores online at icyyyink.com or give us a call at 814-688-0034. Let's meet, drink coffee, and design some cool shirts. Be cool, wear Icy.
Located at 16 West Main Street in Youngsville, Cam's Logging Supplies and Outdoor Wear's goal is to provide customers in Warren County with logging supplies, boots, and clothing at a reasonable price and within a short distance from home. We also offer so much more, including indoor golf and axe throwing, games of chance, and local pool leagues. If there's something you want and we don't have it, let us know and we will be happy to try and find it for you. At Cam's, we also sell hunting and fishing licenses and look forward to serving you. Give us a call today at 814-688-3146. Stop in and see us or visit us online at camsloggingsupplies.com.
Welcome back. We are at the half. Franklin leads Warren by a score of 3-0. I want to remind you today's game also being brought to you by Specialty Fabrication and Powder Coating and Prime Fitness USA, both companies that are family owned and operated out of Franklin, PA. SFPC is actively seeking new talent and has openings at its 2 Venango County locations. Find out more at sfpc.com/careers. Again, at the half, Franklin 3, Warren nothing. This is a Tap and Play Plus halftime show. Tap and Play Plus, fundraising made easy. Earn more funds in less time with nothing to sell, hand out, or collect. Find out more at Tap and Play Plus. That's tap, the letter N, plus.com. All right, so scoring summary brought to you by Warren Tire Center, where it's always a great day. Visit them online at warrentirecenter.com. 3 Franklin goals in the first half. They come courtesy of Nate Fenningworth. Spencer Riley and Selden Bean. Penningworth, just 54 seconds into the game, made it 1-0. At the 27:05 mark, it was Riley that made it 2-0 on a ball that just crossed the goal line. And then Bean, off a nice run, made it 3-0 Franklin to close out the first half. That is where we stand at half. Franklin 3, Warren nothing. And again, this is the second time through the region schedule now for these teams. Met back on August the 30th. Let me check the date on that, make sure that's correct. Again, that was a 4-1 win for Franklin. That game was back on August the 30th. As in that game, Chippy Whitling had a pair of goals, and Caleb Griffin and Ethan Umbenauer had one each. Finn Ordaway had the goal for the Dragons. And again, we talked about Warren 6-0-1 in its last 7 games. Franklin coming in with a 7-1-1 record. City 0-0, but they beat everyone else. And so what makes that interesting? Warren, actually, back to the Dragons schedule here, Warren actually owns a 3-2 overtime win over Seneca. And so those 3 teams kind of at the top of the region standing here as the second half of the season is underway. But again, it's all Franklin here in the first half. They lead 3-0 at halftime. We're going to take another quick break. We'll be back with the keys to the second half and second half action. You're watching high school soccer on the YDL Sports Network, powered by the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg.
Need plumbing, heating, or air conditioning services in Western PA? Then call Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning in Clarion today at 814-226-8695. At Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, we believe that a service-oriented business like ours should give you quality care and a quick response time. That's why we stand on our promise, offering you reliable 24-hour service that gets your job done right when you need it. We can also be found on the web at lutonsplumbing.com. Again, that number is 814-226-8695.
Prime Fitness USA is family owned and operated out of Franklin, PA. Prime's Smart Strength equipment features the most innovative, versatile, and effective strength training technology in the world. To find out more about Prime, please visit www.primefitnessusa.com.
Specialty Fabrication and Powder Coating LLC is family owned and operated out of Franklin, PA. SFPC is actively seeking new talent and has openings at 2 plants located in Venango County. Those openings are either first, second, or third shifts at one or both locations. Check out the specific enrollment opportunities at www.specfab.com or send an email along with your resume to careers@specfab.com. SFPC is an equal opportunity employer.
Tap and Pay Plus is fundraising for the 21st century. Nothing to sell, nothing to hand out, nothing to do other than shop like you normally do. Have everybody that you know download the Tap and Pay Plus fundraising app and use it to pay at any of our 300 plus national brand partners. Then watch the money roll in. Learn more at tapandpayplus.com.
What's the recipe for surprising the kids, treating yourself, and ditching dish duty? You're looking at it. Order your Pizza Hut faves like original pan, original stuffed crust, and more at pizzahut.com. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Welcome back as we get set for the start of the second half. Franklin leading Warren 3-0. Again, wanted to address a question that was in the comment section. There is, in fact, no JV tonight. It's a varsity-only contest here from War Memorial Field. We get set for second half action again from a rainy War Memorial Field. Franklin 3, Warren nothing. Speed set to start the second half on the strength of goals by Fenningworth, Riley, and Bean. We get set to go. Second half action here for Memorial Field. And the Knights have it to start the second half. Chippy Whitling with it here for Franklin. Taken away momentarily by Norris, but Whitling sticks with it. Taken away by the Dragons. Gavin Rex. And Knights play that back towards the midfield where Casey Rich, and Rich will play it all the way back. Three nothing Franklin here. We get set there as a foul in the midfield. It's going to go against the Dragons. And this will be Ben Yard for Franklin, number 2. That's sent in by the Knights. It's Fenningworth over on the far side. He has it, now plays it back. Centering ball, there's Chippy Whitling. And he's going to play it over to Griffin. Griffin makes a man miss. Gets it back into the middle. That was Umbenauer. Now back over to Selden Bean. Bean with it. Back to Fenningworth. That ball's going to go out of bounds. I think that's going to be a corner kick for the Knights. It is. Steady. Not downpour, but it is raining here. Here is the corner kick for the Knights. And bouncing ball. Still in there. Whitling trying to get a shot off. He can't. And it's played back. And now the Dragons look to counter. As Ordway has it for the Dragons. Finn Ordway. He's looking for Jack Chapman. And that ball is going to go roll all the way to Weissman, the keeper. He sends it away. There's Richie over there along the far side. It's going to be thrown for the Dragons. Brody Alexander will take it. And a whistle. I think they're going to say he stepped over the line, so Franklin throwing. Knights with it, as giving chase down there is Spencer Riley. Riley stays with it. That ball's going to go out of bounds. Nice play defensively by Chase Sittler for the Dragons. And that comes back to Griffin. Griffin, now this is taken away by Ordway. Ordway gets it to Chapman. And making a run there is Carrington, but defended well by Umbenauer. And now Ordway. And it's going to go out of bounds for a goal kick. The Dragons have an opportunity there. Nothing Franklin. Weissman gets set to boot it away. Gets it over to Doty. Knights push it up, and Chippy Whitling giving chase over there. It's going to be booted away by Meyer. That sent back toward the midfield, now controlled by the Dragons. Quinn Norris gets it over to Trey Carrington. I was looking to get it back to Norris. He does. Now over to Alexander in the middle. Taken away by the Knights. Selden Bean with it for Franklin. Plays it back to Ethan Umbenauer. And Bean plays it over to Griffin. Griffin's got some room, centering ball. And that's taken away by the Dragons. And Carrington looking to make a run down the near side here. Trey Carrington. And that's defended well by Ethan Umbenauer, or Brady Umbenauer, excuse me. Brady Umbenauer. 3 Umbenauers on the team. Brady, Ethan, and Alex. The throw, looking for Chippy Whitling, but Casey Rex takes it away. Now Whitling gets it back. Sittler plays it back in. Sittler plays it back in again. And now he possesses. Plays it back. Slider over there, and that's taken away by the Knights, and no counter. Connor Ritchie making the run there. It'll be a Knights throw-in. And there's a shot that's snared by Meyer. And he boots it away. And Carrington over there for Warren and Griffin for Franklin. That'll be a Warren throw-in. Rex plays it over to Norris. Quinn Norris with some room. And that ball is going to roll to Weissman and out for a goal kick. Franklin 3-1, nothing. Get Franklin coming in with a record of 7-1-1. Warren 6-3-1. And that's headed back in by the Dragons as Ordway possesses. Battle for possession along the far side. And Fenningworth comes out with it for Franklin. And he sends it all the way up to Chippy Whitling. And Meyer's going to come up and scoop it. Dragons look to counter. Casey Rich. Franklin gets it back. Caleb Griffin. Taken away by Rich. And it's going to be a throw-in for Warren along the near side here. Casey Rich will take it. Rich gets it in. Rex. Rich looking for centering ball. Nothing there. That's going to go out of bounds, actually. It's going to be a corner kick for the Dragons. As Quinn Norris will take this for Warren. Norris. And that's sent out by the Franklin defense. Dragons look to keep it in. Rex. Rex is going to play it back to Sittler. Sittler with some time and room. Tried to send it in. Taken away by Whitling. And back. Going to go out of bounds for a throw-in for the Dragons, and they get it in quickly. Now taken away by the Knights. And we're going to have a foul over there along the far side on Warren. Just over 9 minutes into the second half here. Franklin, 3 first half goals. They lead 3-0. Griffin to Umbenauer, now up to Whitling. Whitling is looking for Fenningworth, who's making a run, but to no avail that time. Norris will throw this in for the Dragons. Quinn Norris. Gavin Rex. Gavin Rex with some room. Rex, and that ball is going to roll all the way to Reston Weissman. That ball is rolled all the way back to the other end. Now, don't forget, coming up after the game, we'll have our Allegheny Guerrilla Foxburg player of the game and Cole Orthodontic and Associates player interview. Player of the game interview. Then Yard sends that one into Fenningworth. Fenningworth gets it by Fenningworth, and he has his second goal of the game. It's 4-0 Franklin. Nate Fenningworth. Makes it 4-0 with 29:22 to go. Second goal of the game. And the Knights matched the 4 goals they had in the first meeting against the Dragons. And Fenningworth also a very good kicker and punter for the Knights football team. There's a throw in along the far side for Franklin. That ball sent back toward the midfield, and that's controlled by Gavin Rex. Rex looking for Trey Carrington. That ball's going to stay in, and Carrington stays on his feet. And still a battle for it there. It's taken away by Selden Bean. And now it comes the other way. Riley giving chase. Spencer Riley, that goes out of bounds. That's going to be a foul on Riley. "28 minutes to go. Franklin leading Warren 4-0. And the Dragons just play that one short. Sittler gets it back to Rich. Knights get it back. Riley, that's going to be poked out of bounds by Rex. Will be a Franklin throw-in here on the near side. There's the throw-in from Griffin. That's going to go right back out for another throw-in for the Knights. Griffin will take it again. Griffin. And that ball is sent over everyone's head by Ben Yard. It'll be a goal kick for the Dragons. As checking in for Warren is number 7, Dominic Holmberg. And he'll replace Alex Eaton for the Dragons. Ball is sent away. Knights with it. Fenningworth, a little spin move there. And defended over there by Dakota Slider. Knights still with it. And that's going to go out of bounds for a goal kick. Franklin 4, Warren nothing. About 26 minutes to go here. Here's the goal kick. And that's controlled by Franklin. Oh, now the Dragons send it in. And Carrington giving chase. And just playing it back to the keeper that time was Umbenauer. Brady Umbenauer. Chippy Whitling giving chase, defended by Sittler. And now out to Griffin. Griffin. And we're going to have a foul there against Franklin. That's going to go on Riley, Spencer Riley. With 25 minutes to play. Goal kick sent away, and it was Ethan Umbenauer with it for Frank. Now gets it over to Whitling. Chippy Whitling defended nicely there by the Dragons that time. Griffin. Now Carrington fighting for it for Warren, and that ball is going to stay inbound. Whitling and Sittler battle for it over. That ball goes into the stands. It's going to be a Warren throw-in. Carrington defended well by Ethan Umbenauer. Yard gets back to Ethan Umbenauer. Now back to Yard. And a whistle here. Goes against the Dragons. This would be Ben Yard for Franklin. Yard sends it up. Headed over there by Connor Ritchie. And there's a long shot that's going to go wide for a goal kick. 23 and a half minutes to go here from War Memorial Field. And it's Selden Bean and Brody Alexander battling for possession. Knights come up with it. Bean. Franklin with it. Oh, nice through ball there. And Meyer will come up and scoop it up as the Cooper Doty has a chance there for Franklin. Carrington, who's looking for Quinn Norris, but it's taken away by the Knights. Bean with it. Doty sends it back up. Fenningworth over to back to Bean. Being defended there by Slider. Goes out of bounds for Franklin throw-in. Hayden Burnett will check in for Franklin. He'll replace Spencer Riley. Long throw-in to Burnett. And taken away by Alexander. Fenningworth battling him along the far side. He gets possession for the Knights. And now plays it back to Doty. And Brady Umbenauer giving chase, but Carrington gets there first for the Dragons. Chance here, Ordaway, and that's sent away by Ben Yard for a corner kick as Ordaway was looking for the centering ball there to Chapman. Go out of bounds for a corner kick for Warren. And it's Quinn Norris that will take it for the Dragons. Sophomore Quinn Norris. There's the corner. And the Knights get out of there. Griffin clears. And Dragons get it back. Ordway. Ordway shot. That's wide. Boy, I don't know how he got possession of that, not to get a shot off, but he did. And that was actually off a Franklin defender, so it's going to be another corner kick for the Dragons. And Quinn Norris will once again take it. Norris. And, making a run there was Carrington. The Knights get it out. Now Casey Rich keeps it in. Rich. Centering ball. Doesn't get through. And Doty will clear it out of there for the Knights. Casey Rich gets it back. Now it's Holmberg sending it back in. Brody, Alexander, and Ethan Umbenauer doing battle there. Knights possess. And there's a ball. It's going to roll all the way down and sent back the other direction. Carrington plays it over to Casey Rich. Rich sends it in. And Dragons give chase there. The centering ball to Gavin Rex. Rex, and that ball is deflected. And Dragons keep it in for the moment. Rich sends it back in, and Weissman will squeeze that one. Past the midway point here of the second half, Franklin 4, Warren nothing here from War Memorial Field. Ball sent away. Knights in possession. That was Selden Bean. Now over to Ben Yard. Sent back the other direction. Now Fenningworth. Played the through ball. And it's going to be scooped up. And Franklin in search of its 8th win of the season, Warren at 7th. Knights have put a pretty good down payment on it here. Rich sends that one up for the Dragons. It's deflected, and now back to Burnett for the Knights. And Selden Bean with it for Franklin. And Brady Umbenauer sends that one back up for Franklin. And a ball rolling the other direction, and Carrington giving chase. Yeah, I think they got him for a little bit of a shove there. There's Carrington and Brady Umbenauer battling for the ball. And Ben Yard now will send it away for the Knights. Burnett with it for Franklin. Burnett. A little bit of room. Now plays it back to Brady Umbenauer. And we're going to have a foul here. Going to go against Franklin. As Casey Rich will take it for the Dragons. He gets it up quickly. And Carrington giving chase with Brady Umbenauer over there, but oh no, it's going to be a corner kick for the Dragons. Franklin 4, Warren nothing, just under 16 and a half minutes to go here. As Weissman gets set to boot it away. Selden Bean with it for Franklin. He's got some room. Sends it up looking for Chippy Whitling, and that's onside. Whitling, shot and save. Aiden Meyer for the Dragons. And he sends it away. That ball's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for Franklin, and Caleb Griffin will take it. That's played by the Dragons. Quinn Norris with a Casey Rich. Gavin Rex. Now Whitling for Franklin. Plays it in the middle to Ethan Umbenauer. And back out. Dragons counter. Ordaway gets it over to Carrington. And he's looking for Jack Chapman there on the far side, but defended well by the Knights, and they get it out of there. Battle for possession along the far side, now sent back the other way by the Knights. Franklin with it. That's Selden Bean. Brody Alexander now with it for the Dragons. That's going to go out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Franklin, taken by Connor Ritchie. Again, we'll go out of bounds, and again, we'll have a Franklin throw-in. And that ball is played over the middle. It's taken away by Gavin Rex. Gavin Rex with some room to operate. Gets it over to Finn Ordaway. Ordaway. Rex and Quinn Norris now for the Dragons. Can keep it in. He saves it. Nice play by Quinn Norris. It'll be a Warren throw-in. Rex fires that one wide of the mark, and it'll be a goal kick for Franklin. And coming in for the Dragons, number 27, Mark Lewis. He'll replace Brody Alexander. And Weissman getting set to send this one away for Franklin. Sylvan Bean with it now for the Knights. Bean places up looking for Whitling. Whitling tracks it down. Makes the defender miss. Whitling still with it. Whitling centering ball. Penningworth shot just wide. They'll go out of bounds for a goal kick as checking in for the Dragons, number 6, Jack Napolitan. He will replace Casey Rich. Over 12 minutes to play. Penningworth with it along the far side, makes a man miss. And Aiden Meyer comes and scoops it up for the Dragons. And he'll punt it away. And I don't think either player knew where there was that for the moment, but Carrington corralled it for the Dragons. Lewis plays it up. He was looking for Quinn Norris, taken away by Brady Umbenauer, who's played an excellent game on the back line for the Knights. Umbenauer with it again. Keeps it over to Ethan Umbenauer. And Burnett battles for it there, and Burnett looked like he might have twisted an ankle, maybe. And Carrington giving chase now for Warren. And he and Griffin do battle there along the near side. It'll be a Warren throw-in. Or no, that was a foul call, actually, on Griffin. And Carrington will take this for the Dragons. Carrington, over 10 minutes to play here. Carrington will take it. Carrington just high. Well, that was a good ball from the freshman, Trey Carrington. Oh, my bad. It got corrected up here. It's Quinn Norris that took that for the Dragons. Again, talented group of Dragons here, but it's Franklin that leads young players for the Dragons. Again, this is a very senior-laden Franklin team that's played together for a long time, and they have been as advertised so far this season. Again, looking good at 8-1-1. Dragons with it. Battle here. It's taken away by Chase Sittler. And Sittler's through ball. Ooh. Chance there for the Dragons. Defended well. He was looking for Finn Ordaway. And Weissman will take his time now for the Knights. For sending it away. He does. Ethan Umbenauer with it for Franklin. Carrington takes it away for Warren. Chippy Whitling for the Knights. Whitling with some room. And centering ball by Griffin over to Bean, over to Fenningworth. And he sends it in, sends it wide. They'll go out of bounds for a goal kick. Under 9 minutes to play here from War Memorial Field. The rain has subsided here. And Fenningworth takes that for Franklin. Makes a man miss. Defend over there by Slider on the far side. Fenningworth. And goes down. And it's going to go out of bounds for a goal kick. Franklin 4-1 nothing. This key region battle. Sent it away. And that's Carrington. Gets it back to Norris. Norris carries up the near side. Now brings it back towards the middle. And plays it back to Rex. Now gets it back to Norris. Norris and Carrington kept it in. Goes right to Umbenauer, sends it out, but Rex possesses now for the Dragons. Ordaway with it now, Finn Ordaway. That's taken away and back over to Whitling. And Fenningworth with it for the Knights. Looking ahead to Whitling, and Sittler has it over there for the Dragons. And he'll carry it back up. And that ball stays inbounds. And now goes out, and it's going to be a throw-in for the Dragons. As checking back in for Warren is Casey Rich. And Casey Rich will replace Dakota Slider for the Dragons. Rex. And Napolitan sends that ball back up, and now a run for the Knights. There's Chippy Whitling. Approaching 6 minutes to play, but don't forget, coming up, we'll have our player of the game and our Cole Orthodontic Associates player interview. That one might come down on the field. As Norris on the other side for the Dragons, Quinn Norris. Nice move, makes a man miss. Norris still with it. Defended by Griffin. Norris centering ball. And a good opportunity there for the Dragons. But the Knights get it out of there. Dragons get it back. And sent back out again. Well, it's been that kind of night for Warren. As Rex has it now for the Dragons. He'll play it back to Sittler. Sittler sends it in. Chapman and Fenningworth. It goes out of bounds for a Franklin throw-in. As we're going to get a substitution here for the Knights. Alex Umbenauer will check in. He'll replace Chippy Whitling. Under 5 minutes to play. Franklin 4, Warren 0. And Weissman came way out to play that. Now he has to scramble to get back. Ball sent out, and it'll be a throw-in for Warren. Casey Rich will take it there along the far side. Now played back to Lewis. And this is going to be Norris again for the Dragons. He's been active here in the second half. When Norris, and that ball is deflected, and Ben Yard tries to get it out for Franklin. Now over to Napolitan. Defended by the Knights. Alex Umbenauer with it for Franklin. Battle for possession. Sittler takes it away. And that ball is going to go out of bounds. It'll be a Franklin throw-in under 4 minutes to go. Norris with it for the Dragons. Centering pass to Rex. Taken away by Doty, and that's sent back in. And it's going to go out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick for the Dragons, and Quinn Norris will take it. Norris sends it in. Rich, I think, may have got a head on it, but Franklin clears it out. That ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for Franklin. Coming over to take it will be Caleb Griffin. Griffin gets it back. Now actually it rolls all the way out to Carrington. Carrington counters for the Dragons, looking for Lewis, but Doty sends it away. And Dragons look to counter. Casey Rich. And taken away by Ethan Umbenauer for the Knights. Rich. On the far side. Ball's headed out of there by the Knights. There's a throw-in for the Knights. Again, just a minute 15 to go here. Franklin will indeed improve to 8-1-1. Warren will fall to 6-4-1. It'll be the first loss in the last 8 games for the Dragons. They started off 0-3, then got red hot. There's Alex Umbenauer. And back to Griffin, and he sends that one well high. It had a play, under a minute to play. Franklin wrapping up a key region win here from War Memorial Field, 4-0 over Warren as Meyer sends that away. Benningworth, and the Dragons send it back up, and now it's cleared out the other way. Meyer will come up and play it. 20 seconds to go. Our clock a little behind there. Here comes Ordaway. Last second chance for the Dragons, perhaps. Finn Ordaway. And get a call there for the Dragons, but they're going to run out of time here, I think. And that will do it. Your final from War Memorial Field, Franklin 4, War nothing. We'll be back with our Tap and Play Plus post-game show here on the YDL Sports Network.
Tap and Pay Plus. Tap and Pay Plus is fundraising for the 21st century. Nothing to sell, nothing to hand out, nothing to do other than shop like you normally do. Have everybody that you know download the Tap and Pay Plus fundraising app and use it to pay at any of our 300 plus national brand partners. Then watch the money roll in. Learn more at tapandpayplus.com.
Specialty Fabrication and Powder Coating LLC is family owned and operated out of Franklin, PA. SFPC is actively seeking new talent and has openings at 2 plants located in Venango County. Those openings are either first, second, or third shifts at one or both locations. Check out the specific enrollment opportunities at www.specfab.com or send an email along with your resume to careers@specfab.com. SFPC is an equal opportunity.
Prime Fitness USA is family owned and operated out of Franklin, PA. Prime's Smart Strength equipment features the most innovative, versatile, and effective strength training technology in the world. To find out more about Prime, please visit www.primefitnessusa.com.
Yeah, welcome back. Not sure what happened to the clock there, but Franklin, a 4-0 winner over Warren. Time for the Tap and Play Plus post-game show. Tap and Play Plus, fundraising made easy. Earn more funds in less time. With nothing to sell, tapandplayplus.com. That's tapandplayplus.com. Goal scoring for the Knights in the first half. It was Nate Benningworth, Spencer Riley, and Selden Bean. And in the second half, Benningworth had his second. And that's your final score. Franklin 4, Warren nothing. Time for the Allegheny Grill of Foxburg player of the game. The Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, where you come for the food and stay for the view. And usually we give the offense love, but defensively, Franklin was excellent tonight. That back line almost unpenetrable for this talented Dragon offense. And Brady Umbenauer is our Allegheny Grill of Foxburg player of the game, senior defender for the Knights. We'll go on the field and get the post-game interview. Cole Orthodontic Associates post-game interview with convenient locations in St. Mary's, Ridgeway, DuBois, and Warren. You can get your game-winning smile at Cole Orthodontic and Associates. Don't forget to check that out on our YouTube channel, as well as in all the soccer recaps on d910sports.com tonight. And congratulations to Franklin on the big 4-0 region win. And I'll be down in Titusville tomorrow for the Franklin and Titusville girls game, so be sure to check that one out if you're so inclined as well. Until next time, this is Andy Close signing off. Have a great night, everybody.